A great Monday morning. It is a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville. It is a fabulous Monday morning. It is Indigenous Peoples Day. So, a todos los indios, happy Indigenous Peoples Day. What do you do on Indigenous Peoples Day? Sure. Morning, Peppermint Patty. Hey, good morning, Tony. No check it, bro. President Trump has said that there won't be any checks until after the election. Ya quiero Papi Trump check. I need Papi Trump check. Hey, Steve, good morning, my man. Kathy, good morning, good morning. Dicen que para el 15 será. I hope, man, but I don't see it happening. El 15 is only 3 days away. No. Hey, Michael. Leah, good morning, good morning, good morning, Kenina, good morning. Yes. Tomorrow is election day, guys. It's early voting day. Ya quiero check it. Good morning, Jessica. Tomorrow is the start of early voting. And actually, today should be a busy day for all the candidates out there. It's just a busy day for everyone. Columbus Day today. That's why it's Indigenous People Day. Yeah, I get to hear you this morning while I'm bike riding. Yes. Oh, that's right. We do have our BISD people back today because there's no work today. Carlos, I sent an invitation. Come on, if you have the time. That's right. Actually, I was having a conversation on social media with a candidate for BISD. Zuri was on the thread. Look, guys, I know it's hard for a lot of individuals out there who is their first time running. This is politics, guys. It's not personal. You should take personal out of politics. And the individual in question, made some accusations and wanted to allude and assume. And you know what really sucks is that there's no substance. And Zuri was on there. There's no substance. Oh well, I hear from some family members and some friends and some people that he's not a good person. Shut up. Show me facts. Show me facts. And the difference is, and we were talking about Eddie Garcia, and the difference is, guys, that I've produced facts and I made mention of it. Guys, do you like the politiquera system? Do you like the harvesting of votes? Do you like the corruption that is proven here? Because the same people that are helping out my opponent in this race have already been arrested for voter fraud. Have already been arrested for voter fraud. Have been told to stay away from campaigns and elections. It's a mandate. So what they do is they give the money to the guy's wife. It's still the same. It's like my opponent advertising on the porn blog. Instead of giving the porn blogger the money, he gives it to his wife. It's still the same. And again, I wasn't the one that threw it out there first. The Brownsville Herald threw it out there that she was receiving money from the vendors. The vendors. These are facts, guys. See, that's the difference. This is what Edelmiro doesn't realize, that you could have facts or you could have bullcrap. All he has to show is bullcrap. Oh, well, someone filed a grievance against him. Shut up, Edelmiro. Your buddy, your camarada Minerva Peña filed a police report against me. We all know that. And it came back to be unfounded. Did not happen. Your buddy Baltasar Salazar pushed a motion up to Homeland Security after it was found. It was after it came back unfounded from BISD police because it never happened. Those are the assumptions. Those are the rumors, los chismes. You saw it, Zuri. Oh, well, I hear from people. Is that what you're basing it on? Come on. He makes it personal. Shouldn't be personal. Should be about business. My opponent is being endorsed by Baltasar Salazar, the board attorney, who makes $325,000 a year. Listen, Zuri and everybody else that earns a lot less than that. $325,000 a year for maybe 4 hours of work a month. A month! $325,000. Those are facts. Do I have the text message that Baltasar Salazar is sending around? Yes, I do. Those are facts. Edelmiro, stop being a rookie, man. Oh, well, they say that Erasmo's a bad person. I've heard. He bullies people. I state facts. You should know the difference. Man up, bro. Man up and know the difference. Look, Eddie Garcia goes behind that fake Facebook page, the James Gracia page. James Gracia page. That's his fake Facebook page. And it's very easy because for someone who supposedly was an investigator with BISD, doesn't realize that one of the first things that you do is you go back and you read the language and how they have the same sentence structure. They use the same words. The difference, Edelmiro, is that Erasmo Castro doesn't hide behind fake Facebook pages to say what he needs to say. I put my name to it, and because of these lives, I put my face to it. And again, my opponent hired politiqueras to steal votes. Proven politiqueras to steal votes. My opponent is receiving money from vendors. Proven vendors. I mean, this is just the check. We're not talking about the cash money she's receiving. And as much as Edelmiro says, vendors don't get close to me. They know better, Edelmiro. These are facts. The Brownsville Herald. I'm surprised the Brownsville Herald posted Linebarger, $2,500. This is to someone who is unproven. Now, Edelmiro knows that what she's posting on there is not true. Guys, do you really think that a multi-billion-dollar corporation like JCPenney is going to entrust a 20-year-old to oversee a $1.2 billion budget? Honestly. Someone with a bachelor's degree. Honestly. I mean, someone with a bachelor's degree. Do you think a corporation like JCPenney is going to entrust a 20-year-old with a bachelor's degree with a $1.2 billion budget? Does anyone believe that? Anyone? Degree. Do you think a corporation like JCPenney is going to entrust a 20-year-old? Let me say, bachelor's degree. You're with a $2 billion budget. Let me say, guys, I send a invite to the group of individuals who are running. Everyone, an open invite, because again, come on and show us what you're all about. I was making mention, Carlos, that this morning your opponent he seems to be obsessed with me, which is okay. You know, I understand. You know, it's part of the struggle with being so handsome and totally not fat. Este, he's so obsessed with me and throws posts and I mentioned Zuri because Zuri was on that thread and says, "Oh, Erasmo, there's some people that say he's a bad person. His family, some family of his, and they say he's a bad person. That's why he's bad. Show us the facts. Show us the truth."
So he's attacking another female like he did the other night on the forum.
Yeah, there's no facts. There's no proof. There's no evidence. Dicen por ahí. Oh, he has a DWI. Oh, he went through the court system.
But we know that. Everybody knows that, Erasmo. You've already gone through the process. He, if anybody, should know better the process. That the process is due to anybody that goes through the system. He was a police officer, he says, for over 32 years. He should know the process. Or does he want the process only to be okay for some individuals and not others? The people of his choosing?
Well,
Does he want to be able to forgive only the people that he thinks he should forgive?
let's talk about that, Carlos, because on his fake Facebook page, and see, this is the difference. I say things with my name on it. I say things as, and I put my face to it on these lives. You know, he wants to go out there and throw on his fake Facebook page. And Drew Brown also. Drew Brown is out there sending little posts, you know, saying, "Oh, they've been arrested. They've been arrested." They neglect to say that last time you ran, you are absolved of all guilt from the first indictments that they threw your way. They neglect to say that when, oh, he resigned from the board. Well, he resigned because he wanted to deal with the matter at hand instead of dragging the district through the mud like they have in regards to getting attorneys for their board members to defend them after they helped Sylvia Atkinson steal money. That is the difference.
But he supports that, Erasmo. He supports the Atkinson, you know, ripping off and the retaliation against the students, the retaliation against the teachers. He supports that. He has done nothing. He says he's a true leader, but really, has he led or has he followed? You know,
Yeah.
he showed Laura, he showed everybody watching that night that he doesn't know how to lead. Did he lead or did he follow that night? He took a step back.
Yeah.
He took a step back that night. And he's taken a step back for anything that really means anything to BIZ kids and staff. He took a step back through the compensation plan. He took a step back in either lowering the dues for the insurance, but in reality, they raised them and gave them pennies on the dollar. He's flip-flopped. He says something and does something else. It's a sleight of hands. It's the way magicians use and clowns. Make you happy, but they're taking something out of your pocket. He's shown that. He's shown that he's part of the clan, the Atkinson clan. And he shows that he supports it. He's over here claiming that the superintendent was there before he was. Yeah, he was. We know he was. But what has he done to make sure that he puts the superintendent in place, that he puts him in check, to make sure that he's doing the right things? He hasn't. He claims that this pandemic is not a disaster locally here for the school district. He claims it. It's not me. It's not you saying it. It came out of his mouth. That's why he refused to go on those forums. Finally, we pushed him to a corner till he had no other choice. He had to come out. He had to show people what he's really about, and he did. He did a real good job showing people what he's about. He's not about the people of BIZ. He's not about the people for the city of Brownsville. He claims that it's a hoax. He followed Minerva Peña's lead and Sylvia's lead. He claims that there's nothing going on here, that it's in other places other than Brownsville, Texas. He claimed that we need to sit back and look at things. We need to sit back, Erasmo. We need to take the backseat approach and see where this superintendent drives this big old 18 wheeler that we call BISD and to see where it lands. That's what his plan is. Let's sit back and let's see what happens. Meanwhile, there's kids dying. We know that. We know that there's staff dying.
Yes.
Has he said, hey, you know what? We're sorry. We're going to do anything in our behalf to make sure that this doesn't happen again. One life is too much. The disaster belongs to those people that have lost their lives. That's a disaster. He refuses to make any notion that it's happening. And then he claims that this pandemic has created a shortfall on computers and iPads and hotspots. Well, it has. And it has in Brownsville because of their leadership. They should have ordered this stuff 6 months ago. 7 months ago now. So do you want a leader who's prepared to move forward, or you want a leader who thinks he's a leader and takes a step back every time it gets hot in there? That's what we're going to look at.
Let me say, politiqueras are vote harvesters. Vote politiqueras are paid individuals that will go out there and try to get the ballots of the individuals who are elderly, who need help filling out the forms. They are politiqueras. That's what they're trying to do. That's the system. And again, they hired this Corey Elizondo, no relationship, I think.
None, buddy. There's nothing.
And she is married to Joey Garza.
Joey's a politiquero. He got caught, harvesting votes. We know that. Peña uses them all the time. He never gives them the tickets to the stand. I'm sure you saw them when they were there. They were always there with her.
Yes.
Some individuals. Unfortunately, they share the last name, but you know what? No relations. I had to put that out there.
Yes. Vote harvesters. That's what they are. And, there's a group, an organization called CAVA, Citizens Against Voter Abuse. I'm hoping that CAVA does their due diligence and is out there monitoring my opponent and her vote harvesting machine. Because CAVA, they know about Joey Garza and Corey Elizondo and Corey Elizondo's father, Rafael, I think. I can't remember.
They're the ones who were paid by Otis Powers, the Power family and the Atkinson family to go put out those hojas sucias or sueltas, what is it? I don't remember what they're called, through the whole mall on windshields.
Yeah. That didn't go well for them. Good morning, SA. We catch up. Good morning, Robert. Good to see you guys. Good morning, Isabel. Good morning, Keys and Carlos. What position do you hold right now? Or are you just another blogger and an antagonizer? Let me say, in regards to antagonizer, yes, I don't consider myself a blogger, Mario. An antagonizer, yeah, I give them hell. Because as a citizen, it's part of our civic duty to question elected officials. And that's why. So if your reference to antagonizer is a thorn at their side, 100%, bro. 100%. What position do I hold right now? I'm the most handsome and most non-fat individual in the city of Brownsville. ¿No sabe cómo ser líder? Pero sí saben transar. Ya, y es todo lo que hemos visto, Javier. Hemos visto la manera en la cual ellos hacen y deshacen por querer embolsarse el dinero que es de los alumnos y el dinero que es de nuestro personal y de la comunidad entera. Es obvio. Y el día 15 de octubre, la famosa Silvia Atkinson, pues va a estar en corte. Ojalá que nos permitan ponerlo en vivo. Les quiero decir que el día 26 de octubre estaremos ahí en la corte, al igual testificando de lo que sabemos en cuanto a la famosa Silvia Atkinson, la Drew Brown, y lo que han hecho ella junto con Minerva Peña. Looks like you want to do good. Look, yeah, man. But you know what, Mario? The truth is that everyone, anyone out there that is serving uh, in public office, should be questioned, and they should be accessible to you, Mario, and to me, to respond and to answer the questions. Just answer the questions. If not, then they shouldn't be in office. And that's one of the issues with Edelmiro. Edelmiro is not accessible. Is not accessible. And what happens, Mario, is these people they they think that they're in power and that they have to be only accessible to their little small little group. It's not how it works, little Eddie. It isn't. When you have been blessed with a seat, in your case, you were appointed. You never been elected, but you hold the seat right now. You're keeping it warm. It's fine. You hold the seat. I mean, you have a booster chair, but that's okay. You hold that seat. So because you hold that seat, you represent everyone in the district. So in that respects, Mario, yeah, we have to hold them accountable. It's our duty as citizens of this country, of this community. Good morning. Last day in Georgia. See y'all soon. Come back soon. Is Brownsville that rich that BISD keeps paying off superintendents? Yes. And look, and I have, and this is more of a theory, but because I've been in, I'll tell you this much. And I've always asked myself, question. I don't think, Carlos, that y'all had to pay off a superintendent when you were on the board. Y'all had Dr. Sendejas through your term. Is that correct?
Yeah, and we had the NA district.
Yeah. Well, let me say, guys, I've always wondered the same thing, Mario. Why is it that previous boards had to pay off the superintendent, tons of money, a golden parachute? And I think I know why. If you go back to when Otis Powers was a board president and a board member, they had to pay off, I think, some Gonzalez or some other individuals. They've paid off everyone. And the reason I think that is, and then this is speculation, my best guess, based on the FBI records that I've seen from back then, when they recorded Otis Powers as saying that he was wanting to get rid of the superintendent because he knew too much stuff on them. I think that because the superintendent knows all the illegalities that the board members are doing, they would rather pay him off and do a non-disclosure. I,
Mm.
I got go ahead and take this money, but you can't say anything that you know about BISD. That's why we give out golden parachutes, because se tapan el uno con el otro. And it's very simple, guys. You don't pay off superintendents when you have nothing to hide. Have nothing to hide. Buenos días, Carlos.
Hey, hello.
And all you guys do is just complain. Actually, no. We're running for office. You see, people might just complain, and do nothing about it. The difference is we're running for office. So that is something. And look, guys, and not everyone can run for office, because of job responsibility, because it's not their niche, whatever. But I can easily say, Mario, that a lot of the people here complaining have stopped by this office of mine, have come by and have picked up cookies, and have picked up signs, and have picked up shirts. And I say that because they're doing something. They're coming in and bringing donations. And folks, I need you to pick up more cookies because we're going to need cash to feed and to water a lot of the people out there. So break down with some cash and pick up some cookies.
Con
So
que no vengan de Matamoros.
yeah, so what happening, Mario, is a lot of the people here, I know, they're not just complaining. They're participating in the process. That's what we need you to do as well, Mario. We want you to participate in the process. We want you to come out and hold signs. We want you to not only come out and vote, but bring other people to also out to vote. I refuse to sit back. Preach. Thank you, Baba. Is that why my city taxes are at 44% high? I think the reason that your taxes are higher, Mario, is because of the values. They jumped up. The values jumped up because one of the things that the district was saying and that the city was saying, hey, we cut taxes by 0.001%. Yeah, but your property value went up 44%, 25%. So you're actually paying more taxes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's what they did to the BIZ staff. They gave
Yeah.
them a raise, but they increased their health premiums.
So you get nothing. You know who gets something? The middlemen, the vendors. Those are the ones that make the bucks. That's how it works, Mario. I mean, yeah, they say, "Hey, we cut your taxes," and that's one of the things that BI that Edelmiro is saying. Hey, we cut your taxes by 0.001%.
Yep.
Like, well, yeah, but y'all stood back while our property values were increased 25 to 44%. So your taxes are going to go up. Qué rico café, Erasmo. Me gustó la taza. Mario, a tus órdenes.
Qué bonita taza.
Qué bonita taza. Good morning, tío. Good morning, papá. God bless you, man.
Good morning. Good morning.
Tengo unos sobrinos tan guapos. Lo sacan a su tío favorito. A leader finds a way to come to win results. And a royal master, a chess master, he knows about it. He has a culture of winning. Thank you, Erasmo. Thank you, mi amor. Love you. And let me know if they're still sending out mail outs. Good morning, Desi, my man. Good morning. You have all these little ranchitos providing free Wi-Fi in the cities, and their districts giving teachers 2,000 raises for their hard work. Edinburgh, PCA, and Donna, ranchitos. Y aquí, puro crumbs. Crumbs! Manny is right. Manny is right. Guys, we should be the leaders. We should lead, and all these ranchitos should follow. But we don't lead. We have the lowest paid staff. We have the most expensive tax base.
Yep.
We have the least prepared to come back onto campuses. And we have a district that is adamant to bring in more and more people onto campus, knowing that it is scientifically unsafe for them to return. Do you remember that, Carlos, that they said until it is scientifically proven to be safe, will anyone return back on campus?
Yeah. Yeah. They put it down, and they all the board members that are there and the superintendent mentioned it. And they had the superintendent put it out, and they had Prissy put it out, and she shared it to through these pages that she shares it on. Not only that, it's like you said, it's a failed experiment. It's an experiment that has failed, not once, but many times over. And they still want to put our employees back into these buildings where it's unsafe. They don't have the proper equipment. I heard. I think it was who mentioned it the other day on one of the forums about the expired PPE. Oh, it was Cowan. Cowan mentioned it. Oh, it was only a small portion of it that was already in storage. That's not true, Erasmo. That PPE equipment wasn't in storage because we never had a pandemic prior to this. They bought $5.5 million worth of expired PPE. They threw it out, and they don't know how to roll it back other than saying, oh, that was stuff that was forgotten behind the milk cartons back there, or behind the toilet paper that was there 10 years. That's where we got that PPE. That's where we got that alcohol hand sanitizer. It's not true. They bought expired stuff and they gave it to our employees. If that's not total disrespect, then that's the way they want to take care of our individuals. That's just wrong, and it's okay with them. They didn't do anything about it, Erasmo. Nothing. Why
Now,
do
Carlos, why do you think Eddie does not go after you? Because he does go after me. You are his opponent.
I think what's happening is that he's found out that I don't bow down to anybody. I get hit and I get hit hard and I go down to the ground, but believe me, I stand right back up. And I don't think he understands how much of a fighter I am. And just like in the other forum that he finally decided to come on, he finally got some courage. I'm not sure where he picked it up at, but he came on and he told everybody what his stance is. He is going to put everybody back into the school district no matter what, because that's what they do in other parts of the world. He is out of tune what our people, what BISD staff members and our kids need. He is blaming everybody else except his leadership. And then he sits back and says, well, we need to sit back and look at this. Well, he's been sitting back and looking at this since March, and people have been dying since then. He cannot go out there and tell you anything otherwise because he said it publicly. It's recorded. We can just go play back. He's taken away monies from our staff. He's taken away benefits from our staff, and yet he's asking people to go out there and give him 4 more years, or give him 4 years because he hasn't had 4 years. He doesn't want to be out there and go toe to toe. I've invited him. Erasmus invited him on this podcast. He refuses to go out there and answer the hard questions. The only thing he can use is to go and send these pictures of me in an orange suit with labels to my kids. That's why I started calling him Little Eddie. He crossed the line. Now he's gonna have to fight Mike Tyson in the ring. He's scared of me, Erasmo. He hides behind the James Gracia or Garcia or whatever it is Facebook account that he does, and he uses that to hit. Stand up. You carried a badge before, a badge of honor that you no longer carry. Show yourself.
Oh, I'll answer to little Eddie's assumption. Little Eddie says, who preaches and turns the Bible upside down right after service. I don't. I've never turned the Bible upside down. These are his accusations against Erasmo Castro. I'm reading them from him. Who claims not taking vendor money and claims it in his report. I reported no vendor money on my report. None. And little Eddie, again, I've said it and I'll say it again. I have never run a race with vendor money. The Brownsville Herald published it in their paper and they verified, little Eddie. Let me see. Who claims lending himself $10,000 and doesn't know what work is. See, baseless assumption. You think I don't know what work is? Ask the people that I've married. Ask the people that I've married. Ask the people that I do translations works for, that I do filing for. Again, baseless, baseless accusations. These are not opinions, but facts. What fact? And everyone knows who this person is. This is little Eddie going after Erasmo Castro. Most importantly, is to go out and vote for your candidate, and mine remains La Daniela. You know what I responded? I'll tell you again. Baseless jibber jabber. Assumptions, no facts. These, this is, I made a mistake. It's not these. This, let me correct it. This is what facts look like. You ready? My opponent hired proven politiqueras. Fact. My opponent advertises and pays porn blogger who glorifies the rape of women. Is that a lie or is that a fact?
Fact.
Fact. My opponent is supported by Baltasar Salazar. Is that an assumption?
Fact.
Fact. My opponent lied on her finance report. Fact. She is not paying the porn blogger's wife. The porn blogger's wife is supporting Erasmo Castro. She did not pay Corey Elizondo to Politiquera. She's paying Joey Garza,
Mm-hmm.
the proven Politiquero. Those are facts, little Eddie. But little Eddie wouldn't know about facts if it slapped him in his face. Did such a horrible job at the police department. Stayed there as long as he did because he was an ass, a butt kisser.
And stop sending my kids friend requests, little lady. They're
Can
not gonna accept them.
Can you find out if Noe Sauceda, old super, was paid off? Yes, I think that's the one that Otis Powers had issues with. My Dak Prescott got injured. I know it was painful to look at. Hey,
Or
good morning. Considering the latest tech development in our community, how can BIZ integrate an educational concept as Astronova School, astronova.org? Sadly, if our community has been lacking this exposure and don't even know that technology exists, how much worse can this be for our children? Let me say, David, unfortunately for us, no one outside of BISD of uh, of their list is ever going to have an opportunity to showcase a lot of the great, amazing things that are going on anywhere. I don't know Astronova personally, but let me say this: they'll never have an opportunity. And I'll give you an example, David. Let's say that you have a glass business, que pone vidrios. You know, you've lived in Brownsville all your life, you made up your business as they, you service different entities in town. And let's say BISD, when we get there, is going to build a performing arts center. With the system that is in place right now, let's say you say, hey, man, yo quiero ponerles el vidrio a las ventanas. And you know what they're going to tell you? No, because we already have a vendor from Edinburgh that's going to put the vidrio de las ventanas. And you said, but why? I'm from Brownsville. I support our students in Little League, in softball, in kickball. Why am I not given the opportunity? And hey, I'm giving you a better price than the company in Edinburgh. You know what the difference is, David? That the company in Edinburgh puts money in the pockets of board members. That's the difference. So when you have a system, a curriculum, uh, programs in play that put money in the pockets of vendors like they did for Sylvia Atkinson, then no one out there, Astra, whatever the company is, or anybody else will ever have the opportunity unless they go dirty. And a lot of companies out there don't want to go dirty. Vote for the benefit of teachers, vote for benefit of students because you can make a difference. Will there be a way to see the numbers during early voting? Yes. Every night we should receive a list, and I will share with you what the numbers are. I mean, we won't know how many are voting for Erasmo, how many are voting for Carlos, how many are voting for the opponents. Won't know, but we will know a number of individuals have gone and who has already gone to vote. Good morning, Erasmo and Carlos. Any luck fishing, Carlos?
none.
That's bad. A vote for Erasmo, Carlos Frankie, show and veto 5 seats to bring in change. Good morning, and both of you have a blessed. You too, Kevin. God bless you. Montoya Board Drive Through, amazing. Guys, please
Thank
support my local business. Oh, I forgot to put up a banner today. Sorry. Let's put Texas. I love my Texas.
Yep.
That's the kind of people they are. I couldn't stop laughing when you called him Little Eddie in the forum, Carlos. That was too much. It was funny. I was
That's what
laughing.
happens when he messes with my.
Once in a while, little Eddie borrows Sylvia's ovaries and tiptoes across the internet only to be scared off by his own little shadow. Wow, Carlos, qué gacho lo que hizo de mandarles esas fotos a tus niños.
Mm-hmm. Niñas.
Niñas, I would file a complaint.
But that's what you got to handle with someone like that.
COVID-19 is an issue here in Brownsville. What happens around the world is their problem. We must deal with our Brownsville COVID issues. Leadership is needed yesterday. Buddy,
Yeah.
what's up? Sí. Puras arañas. Morning. Good morning. Me too. Thank you for being how you are, funny, kind, loving, caring for people, and honest about things. Always tell the truth. It's not what people might want to hear, but let's always tell the truth. And one of the things that I mentioned to little Eddie today is he really doesn't know how things work. Guys, never make it personal. I don't make it personal. It's business. This is politics. And look, guys, I don't have an issue with after this election, after Carlos takes the seat, after I take the seat. I don't have an issue in meeting with little Eddie and having a cup of coffee. I don't.
Nope.
Because, guys, we have to be bigger men. We have to be individuals who will, put aside the politics. And, if his interest is really, really honestly to serve the community, then, afterwards, there might be a role for him somewhere. Maybe appoint him to another one of these little committees or something. But you have to be the bigger person. And I know it's hard for little Eddie to be the bigger person because parece de esas como de rancho, esas viejas de rancho. O sea, nomás andan con, ay, pues ahí dicen, ¿oíste, comadre? Y fíjate, no substance. No substance whatsoever. Hello, me too. Me too. Good morning, Cookie Empire. Good morning to both. Benny. Benny. Fuentes. As long as the work is professional and good, then you need to support local business. That's how you live. Exactamente. Because, guys, we in this community are in it together. That's how we need to pick each other up. Stop moving. We have to start moving away from the let's see who's going to put a dollar in my pocket. And look, guys, again, no shame in my game. I tell people, come pick up my damn cookies and come break down with a donation. This is your race. And that's the way it should be. Because at the end of the day, when I become board member, I'm going to be working for you, not for a vendor, for you. My opponent has already shown that she would work for the vendors, just like Prissy and Drew have done. They worked for the vendors and they've screwed you over. They've sent you onto campus to get sick. They've sent you back on campus to die.
Yeah.
This corrupt board majority, guys, this corrupt board majority, they have blood on their hands. They have blood on their hands. 11 deaths, at least 11 deaths so far. They knew it. They hid it from you. They couldn't hide it from TEA, but they hid it from you. Don't you want to know? Don't you want the facts? They hid it from you. 11 deaths. Do you want that culture of hiding the truth to continue? Do you want to bring back Minerva Peña, little Eddie? My opponent, who is Sylvia's candidate? Denise, who is Sylvia's candidate? Do you really want to bring back these people, guys? They lied to you. They lied to you then. They lied to you now. They'll continue to lie to you. Good morning, Arturo Garza Villano. Good morning. Good morning. The city has had a lot of problems like potholes and flooding streets for a long time. Money should go to fixing the community, not filling their pockets. 100%. But it's time. And we start with the district. And then we continue to work. And then we go to the city. And we take it back. Little Eddie didn't even flinch when Carlos called him Little Eddie. I guess he got used to it. He calls himself Little Eddie now. That's what's even funnier.
And he called
My,
me Carlitos. I like that.
my disabled mom needs to
Carlitos.
vote. How do I do that for her? Laura, all you do is She doesn't have to get out of the vehicle. There will be assistance. All she does is go, and someone will come to the car and take out the ballots for them to vote. Little Eddie is a little. I think B is a good word. I'll say it. Little Eddie's a little. Little Eddie can't physically be the bigger man. No. The Barbie doll committee. Gentlemen, please take care of yourselves. Hateful people do hateful things. May God protect you always. Yes. United together as a community, and with you, Carlos and Frankie, at the helm of this movement, will bring change to the district. Yeah.
Peace.
It's time, guys. It's time. It's time. Let me see if little Eddie has responded. No, he hasn't responded. See, that's what I trip out. Again, all he has. And again, I still don't understand why he's spending so much time on me. But I'll be your Huckleberry. I kind of, I kind of like what he doesn't understand is that I'm a debater. I like it, and like I told him at the boardroom when we were picking numbers, you, you shouldn't be worried about me. You got this guy to run against. That's your opponent right there, not me. But hey, there's enough of me to go around. I don't care. But todos hay. Where is the curbside voting tomorrow again, please? Everywhere. Every location will have curbside voting. Uh, I would go to the central library. Me too. I love the Doc Holliday quote. I'm your Huckleberry.
I'll be.
Sorry, but 3 votes will not do the job. We need at least 4 seats. 5 seats will definitely do the job. Amen. I can't say anything bad about Eddie. He's been nice to me. No, and that's fine. And again, look, guys, that's fine. And there's again, I appreciate your comment out there on the post. And again, I appreciate the comment. Show us facts, and you know he comes out saying, "Oh well, they say over here, dicen por acá." Those aren't facts, bro. I mean, if you're going for details, Minerva filed police reports. Jessica Gonzalez filed grievances. Unsubstantiated to the max. Nothing. I have the reports. Unsubstantiated because there was nothing. They went to go get cameras when Minerva, Sylvia, and Baltasar Salazar stated that I had had sex with a student in the car. They went to go look at the cameras. You know what they found? Nothing, because it didn't happen. But in their mind, it's a fact. And that's the issue. I present facts, provable facts. And I am a debater. And I'm handsome and totally not fat. Excelente. Carlos shouldn't be like that. Uh, it should have been professional. Why can't you all be professional and have respect for each other? Calling names is childish, and you all represent the school. You pay attention to him. Two, you both are fixated on him. Let me say this, Jennifer. I have absolutely no respect for the man. No respect. He was placed in a position to do the right thing, to do what's good. He squandered the position. I have no respect. You want me to have respect for Minerva Peña? You want me to have respect for Sylvia Atkinson? Do you respect them, Jennifer? Honestly, do you respect them? Do you respect Sylvia Atkinson? Drew Brown? Does anybody respect them? They stole money from our children. They stole money from our teachers. They stole money from our staff. They deserve no respect. I mean, Anyone that goes out there and still calls her Dr. Sylvia Atkinson shouldn't. La Silvia, la rata inmunda. She needs to fry. La Pingüina needs to fry. Little Eddie needs to go. Drew Brown needs to fry. Baltas- Drew Willy Wonka Drew. Horton here's a Drew. Needs to go. Needs to go. Baltasar Salazar needs to go. They deserve no respect from you, from anyone. They lie, they cheat, and they steal. Is that the type of person, Jennifer, that you would respect? No, bitch it up. These people forget that they have a reputation. In addition, they forget that they are working for state entities and they shouldn't be practicing ethical and transparent behavior due to the fact that they are the leaders of our city and the school system. They are no leaders. I'll tell you that much. They just lead the vendors to put money in their pocket. Jessica filed grievances against you? Yes, two or three. But again, I don't blame her. I mean, she was used by Minerva and Sylvia and Prisi. So I don't hold it against her. I mean, it sucks that people get used like that by these corrupt individuals. Sucks. But there was no substance to her grievances. None. There were no substance to the police reports Minerva filed. There was no substance to the reports submitted to HSI by Baltasar Salazar. None. What they didn't know was that I had been reporting to law enforcement since February. That's why they came after me. Good morning, Lucy. Good morning, morning. Good morning. Hey, Cat. The Peanuts gang is in. I'm talking about Eddie. Oh yeah, you're right. It's ah, little Eddie had an opportunity. Carlos, can you please answer?
What do you want me to answer?
Carlos, it shouldn't be like that. It should have been professional. Why can't you all be professional and have respect for each other? Calling names is childish, and you all represent the school. You pay attention to him too. You both are fixated on him.
Should it be professional? Of course it should, right? But when he broke the rule first, when he started going out there and sending these things out publicly, fired, the pictures, superseded in orange jumpsuits, he opened the door. He wanted to go down that dirty path, and believe me, he found Mike Tyson at the end of the path that he wanted to open, right? And so what happens is, yeah, I did throw a jab at him, but he had already done it, and he had sent these things over to my kids. So you're talking about professionalism. Not only that, he shouldn't be fixated on me or what he shows my kids or what he puts out on social media. And I have the facts that he's the one that did it. He actually liked it. He actually put it out on Facebook where it says Eddie Garcia. So I have the proof that he's the one that started it. This is back in September 27, 29, I think it was. I had been very respectful with the man. I had never used his stature against him until after he did that. He's the one that started it. He's the one that opened the door. He needs to take it. Either he needs to grow up or act like a man. If he wants to throw it out, believe me, I can dish it out as well. I was being very respectful during this campaign. I hadn't talked bad about him. I hadn't called him many names until that night. But he's the one that opened it up. He's the one that pushed those little pictures, towards my kids' accounts, you know, and he wants to sit back and say, "Oh no, it wasn't me." No, yeah, it was you. Believe me, I know it was you. So yes, was it unprofessional? He started it, right? They're gonna say, "Well, you ended it." No, I just need to know. I need to let everybody know the kind of person he is. He hides behind the skirt, per se, right? And we're talking about Sylvia Atkinson's skirt. We need to have a man there. We need to have a leader, not someone who takes a step back and throws jabs, behind these fake accounts and these curtains and these other people that he claims are his friends. Stand up not against me, Eddie. Don't stand up against me. Don't stand up against Erasmo. Stand up for BISD staff members who are forcing to go back to the school. You claim that this is not a disaster. Believe me, it is a disaster in Brownsville. It is a disaster for every individual that you're forcing to go back to the school. Stand up for them. Don't stand up against me. I'm not your enemy. I'm only here because I know that I can do a better job than you can. I know that I can stand there by myself and say what needs to be said without looking over my shoulder and taking cues from Sylvia Atkinson or Drew Brown or Brissy or any of those individuals that are there right now. I know I can be there and stand up and have a voice, regardless if it's only one person standing up. Believe me, it's going to be me. That's why I'm running. That's what you should be doing. Don't worry about me. Worry about doing the job that you were supposed to be doing since March. Not sit back like you said. These are your words. We need to sit back. Believe me, I don't sit back for anybody. If it needs to be done, it gets done, whether it's by myself or with a group that feels the same way.
How did they know that you put the finger on them? Easy. I told them. I am transparent AF. I am transparent. I told them, and I'm proud. Jessica Gonzalez is a puppet and is being funded by Batsasasa. Don't vote for her. I will be posting the text message that Baltasar Salazar is sending out. Continue to be lied to. Let's say you believe that they are good people, okay, but have the teachers gotten any raises worthy of their hard work? No. Have your insurance rates increased? No. What has
Yeah.
been done to the fight of the teachers and staff? Nothing. Where is the leadership? Non-existent. Guys, uh, Harlingen is giving teachers and staff a stipend. Did you see
Mm.
that? A stipend?
Yeah.
A little extra.
Exactly. It's not a lot, but it's something. Here they're taking a little bit extra away. You're welcome, Jennifer. Thank you for the question. But you know what? You're right, Erasmo. You're not even talking 30 miles away. The district is doing everything they can for their employees, man. And they're not just doing it for the teachers like here they do. They included everyone. Everyone is going to get something. Here, it's not like that. It's very disappointing. Not every staff here at BISD is valued. And you know that. You see that. They're showing you. They're saying it.
A point you brought up earlier is very important that needs to be brought up as much as possible. Our leaders, our public office members should be accessible to the public they represent. If they're in office, they have to be transparent and be available to answer questions and actually answer 100%. Es que el problema, Jose, my time, el problema is de que they've switched it around. Guys, it's called public service. They are there to serve you. It's not the other way around. But they've made it to where they want you to serve them. Y se quieren servir de ustedes. That's what's happened. That's why Sylvia stole all that money. Millions of dollars. Millions. And someone called me out. They said, "Oh, Erasmo, the newspaper said 10,000. Come on, guys. Si la pescaron con 10,000, ¿qué es lo que quiere decir? Honestly, guys, think about it. Think about the percentage. She's been at this for decades, for years. She's been in Los Fresnos. She's been in BISD. She went to Santa Rosa. She went to El Paso. She came back
Oh,
to Rio Hondo. She came back to BISD. You think that the only thing she took was $10,000? Come on, guys. Millions with an M. Millions she has pocketed from our kids. Millions. Yes, it's time. Great response, Carlos.
thank you.
Transparent AF. Yes. Always be transparent AF. Again, guys, you may not like the words that are coming out of my mouth, but at least you know that they're not double talk. They're not these political refined answers. Good morning, a gentleman, a best, especially classified crumbs. Yeah,
That's right.
crumbs. Crumbs. And look, you guys, there is no time where we have needed our classified staff more than now. And classified staff, they have treated you so horribly. No respect. They sent the classified staff onto the campuses first. You're like the king's food taster.
Yep. They're
So then,
looking.
vamos a ver, let's see if they survive.
And Erasmo, what they're doing right now, and this is what a lot of principals have called me and told me, they're actually looking at how they're going to do away with a lot of classified positions. They're working right now in the Glass Palace, figuring out how they're going to dissolve positions at the lowest rank. You've said it, I've said it, Frankie said it, we've all said it. That's not where we start. November the 3rd, believe me, that's not where we're going to take away. We need to take away at the top. The top of that pyramid needs to be looked at, not the bottom who's doing all the work. There right now, and just so you know, we look at these organizations, these small group organizations that are endorsing everybody else that's there now and that has been working on how to dissolve those positions. Those individuals that they're going to get dissolved are the people that have been fooled to support those people, which is your current board. And they're working right now against you guys. They're working on how to be able to do away with bus drivers, bus monitors, and a lot of other classified positions. Remember, guys, they are not there for you right now. They're there to support the people that continue to move their agenda. And that's not you guys, that's the guys at the top.
Guys, all my classified staff out there, your job is on the line. Your job is on the line. They will not get rid of the top tier of individuals working for this district. They will not. My opponent won't. Little Eddie won't. I promise you, we will restructure and thin out the organizational chart starting from the top, not from the bottom. I promise you. Was Minerva also an accomplice to stealing? Let me say what Minerva was. Minerva was una imbécil. Her hate for Erasmo, her hate for Erasmo made her complicit, turn a blind eye to everything that Sylvia was doing. Entre el cielo y la tierra nada se esconde. Amen. 20. Preach. Brownsville Herald is not a real newspaper. It's a glorified plate blogger. Sylvia has left a path of destruction and theft everywhere she has been. Yes. And those other districts have smaller budgets, while BISD can definitely afford to give raises.
That's true, Royal.
Why does she hate you? Didn't you say she is from church? She is one of these, I Jesus blood, oh God, God, God. And the minute you turn around, she'll stab you in the back. She has absolutely no religion in her blood. And I can prove that to you very simply. She was Sylvia's ally. She was complicit with Sylvia to let Sylvia steal money from our children, our staff. Can't wait to have you on the guys on the board. Exactly. These people were elected by the citizens of Brownsville. When you work for a public school, you are a public servant. These people are supposed to be accessible to the citizens who voted them in. Brownsville must go and vote because we need strong people in office that will not crumble under the bullies. No more crumbs. Crumble. See what I did there? Why is it so difficult for some people to comprehend that BISD employees, especially administration like that, support Erasmo? They have their own children take pictures with him and share on Facebook. Jessica, I'll vote for you, Erasmo and Carlos Elizondo. Thank you.
Thank you.
Minerva is the devil. Remember, they cannot wear Erasmo, Carlos, Frankie mask to the voting area. Yes, guys, please don't do that.
You can wear it just before you get in, just turn it inside out. That
Yes.
way the name doesn't come out, and then you won't get in trouble because
Yes.
it will tell you to either leave or not come in, and you don't want that voter apathy.
Uh, Carlos, last words.
Hey man, I'm excited to start tomorrow strong. We haven't let down. We haven't let loose. We haven't, you know, let the beatings against us bring us down. And we are, I'm not kidding, my family and everybody that has been very supportive of this campaign is excited, is breathing a breath of fresh air. They can almost, see it happening. We've only got a few more weeks to go before this ends, and good things come to the district. I just want to tell everybody, it's my honor to have been called with all these concerns and things going on in the district. We've tried to do as many things as we could before taking the seat. We've made positive changes, and we're not even sitting there yet, Erasmo. We're not sitting there yet, but we continue to fight. We continue to get hit hard, and I'm telling you, it's going to get even harder from here until we win, to distract us from what we want to do, which is the prize, November the 3rd, making change for BIZ as a whole, not for the select few, not for the butt kissers, not for the people who are there only for themselves. We're here to make sure that the change comes to all, and the respect is restored to every individual in the school district, Erasmo, and make sure that the priority is the safety of every person that works there and attends there for an education. Bring everybody home. Bring everybody home until we can get those buildings and guarantee a virus-free environment for everybody. That is huge, and it's something that we're gonna do day one. So just stay focused. Make sure that you get everybody an individual that you can tell to go out and vote. Go vote for the people that are gonna make the change. Vote and vote, and get your friends and family to go vote. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Don't let anybody distract you with a bunch of rhetoric. Remember, we're here for you guys.
Guys, have a great rest of the day. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Tomorrow, be ready, guys. It starts tomorrow, and with your help, it also will be the beginning of the end tomorrow. So have a great day. Come out and vote. Be strong. Be good to each other, and be good to me. Come pick up some cookies.